Just pulled up and found a school of jew here in the bay. Looks like a pretty good school. Just going to manoeuvre the boat around and try and get on top of them. Sort of spread out over a fair distance here. Got T deep of water here in about 9 metres. Oh, there's a good school of fish section here now. Definitely going to hook a jew very, very soon, I think. Sort of back there and over here as well. Trying to bring that lure over a bit. Don't think they're huge fish, but I don't think they're tiny either. No current here at all. Wait for some current. Good to be back out in the bay. I haven't been out here for a long time. Been stuck on fishing at Mondrian for the last month and a half. Finally doing some local stuff again. See if we can't catch a jewie. Not a super early start today, a little bit later. Don't know if it's going to rain. Some bad weather around of recent. Haven't had much good weather at all. The winds have been up for a while now, swinging around to the northeast and southeast, but just mostly unsettled with that bit of rain. It's just a lot of easterly and gusty, and hasn't been hot, which is good, but I haven't allowed for too much fishing of late here, unfortunately. Lost me touch. I mean, they're not stacked up super thick, but they're just spread out over this area. I would have thought I had one by now. Maybe it's just that complete lack of tide's the problem. Right on the top of the tide here, waiting for that run out to start. There's one. There, got him. Not a big fish. Coming up nice and easy now. Oh, that is a little jewfish, but it's a jewfish. We got one. I was hoping for a bit bigger than that. Oh dear, we have sharks. I didn't see them at all. As soon as I've landed that fish, have a look at this. This is terrible. We got shark there, and look at this. This is terrible. There's at least 3 or 4 sharks come up on that fish. So I'm going to have to start the outboard and drive away to release this fish. Unless he does it himself, as he's trying to do. I might just drive away and go across the shallows a little bit, release this fish, and reassess whether I come back and even have a crack here, because that's pretty bad, you know. That fish has come to the surface and those sharks just come flying over. I couldn't see any before, but they're there, hiding somewhere. Okay, so he's eating a olive shad 5-inch fork flex. Hey. Olive shade coloured. I've dipped the tail in a bit of red dipping glow. It's probably done nothing, but just trying a few things out with this glow, with different coloured tails and just contrasts mostly. Get that lure out. Only a little fella. He's pretty skinny too, I must admit. This fish is really lean for its size. It's only small, but yeah, very, very lean, skinny fish. So it's going to dry a bit further up in the shallows to release him, get away from these sharks. So hopefully release is okay. All right, we're up in 2 meters. He should be fine. Like I said, very skinny fish, this Jew. It's very, very lean. Off you go, buddy. All right, well, I've caught my Jew, but there's so many sharks there, but you just don't know what they're like. Sometimes they're they come up like that, but they're not super aggressive. They just sort of follow the fish up and just don't know. So I might go back out and have another go and just see. I think there's some bigger ones in there. I want to catch a bigger one, so it does look like it's going to get sharky, they're hanging around the boat. When I'm fishing, I'll just take off and try a different spot and try for some more juice somewhere else. And it's beautiful. Well, it's beautiful in terms of wind, but you know, overcast and rainy looking day. But yeah, it's been constantly like this now for a while, so what can you do? All right, drive over and see if I can catch another one. All right, let's go have a little look. See if we can find those fish again. This is the sounder. I was running off the electric, the transducers on the electric motor. So that's my sort of first reference. And now come across the one off the back of the boat. So just having that one in the front is going to give me a heads up before I drive past them. I can see them as I'm going along. I'll do a big circle here. I've got two different scan distances here. I've got 20 meter scan on the front and a 30 meter scan on the back. It's just so they don't overlay each other when they're down beaming under the water. So you're gonna find these jewfish again, eh? Which were those there, I think? Oh, no, they're over here, right in the corner of the screen here. I've got fish there, and then there's a couple there. I'll go drive over to those other ones that are right in the corner of the screen there. I've got the sonar on the down scan just because I was sitting on top of some before, and I could sort of see something on the bottom, and I just wanted to get the sonar up basically so I could see how big they were. The darker the colour, the more dense it is, so the more likely it's going to be dew rather than just bait fish. So I use the sonar basically for that. That's about it. But might be a couple of, oh, some over the right there too. Oh yeah, there's a whole, yeah, that's what you want over there. Yeah, see them there, that's the fish you want. So certainly got a shark problem here, Brisbane. Certainly got a shark problem friggin' everywhere, if you ask me. All right, a little bit more sound around. I might head off to another spot. It's a very low wind, so I might punch it right up the bay, I think, if this is going to stay like this. Again, I said before, there's no run here, there's just no tide, so I can always come back here, and there's definitely going to be some more run when I come back. And fish might be a bit more congregated, tied in together. I'm just seeing sort of fish scattered all over the shop now. Maybe those sharks have really spooked these dew and they've really just scattered everywhere. And all right, I'm gonna head off. I ain't wasting my time here. All right, just rolling down a bit of another mark here, just seeing what I can see on this mark. Weather's quite nice, so I'll head right out in the bay, I think, and hopefully it doesn't get up too much. All right, there's the wreck there. Nah, not really seeing much in behind it at all, to be honest. Keep drifting a bit further. These could be some fish here, but there's it's a shark. It's definitely a shark, that fish. Definitely a shark. So there might be some little baby dew there or something like that, but there's a shark right on it. That's a turtle. There's a nice fish. I don't think I'm going to fish it. I think I'm going to keep moving. Even if there wasn't the shark there, they don't look very big. So, alright, might keep travelling. Hopefully we get where we want to go. See what the weather lets us do. Looks quite nice here so far, so we'll see. Alright, so I've made it out here. It's a little bit windy. Looks like some fish here. Just going to tie a jig on, my jig rod. So an 80 gram slow blat S with the Van Fuuk JST 44 assist. And I'll put some Maria panic baits on there, big 3-0s, big hooks, big fish, let's hope. A little bit of current, We're on 3 here to hold position. That's a big school of Jew right here. For sure. Actually, is that probably over to the left a bit more actually. Don't know if I'm far enough out. I can see on the level of the boat, but might be too far out for this jig. Alright, it's sitting there perfectly lined up, so I'll get the plastic out. I only got a ½ an ounce on. Ooh, oopsie. Hopefully it's enough for that much current here. Alright, we're in. We're going hard. Oh. Pulled the hook. Got to go hard on these fish here. Unfortunately, just pulled the hook. Might try heavy vibe just to get in there quicker. Eating on the drop. Oh, pulled out again. Alright, so the scoreboard is 1 Jew, 1 small Jew for me, 2 pulled hooks, and 1 really nice Jew mauled to the boat by a couple of 3 metre sharks, or 2.5 or something like that. I don't think I'm going to get one there past these sharks that are hanging around, so might hit a couple more spots on the way back, but unfortunately the sharks sport the party here. So what would have been a really nice session on some jewies is turned into yeah, feeding them, unfortunately. So only the one got eaten, so I just look at the sound of there's no chance I've got it getting one in, so I might just head off and have a look at a couple other things. All right, we've lucked out and found ourselves another school of Jew, I think. So hopefully there's no sharks. Hopefully. We'll see. There's a Jew there on that side. Get up, go in. And we're into him. All right, we got one. All right. Woo! Went hard. Had to go hard. There's just been too many sharks around. Woo! Oh, yeah, there's something around the boat. I think it's little sharks, I think. Oh, let's have a look at this. If you're questioning why I went so hard, look at all that. I don't think they're overly big. Oh, that one looks big. Oh yeah, they're big enough to eat the fish. All right, I've got my fish. I'm gonna leave it. Let's get you a look at this fish, but that's just such a disappointment. You can't really release it unless you drive off. I am gonna keep it. I want a fish to eat, so. But look at all these sharks, bloody things, just terrible. All right, so, olive shad half an ounce again, same rig as I had earlier. It's the half ounce olive shad. Really good bite from that fish. Get you a bit of a look at him. This fish actually may have been hit by a shark. Looks like it's got some damage on here. Yeah, that's a bit of a bite mark, that is. Yeah, it hit him. All right, nice bay Dewey. He's going to be up around 900 or so. I'll put him on the measure and have a look. You can see that bite. So lucky I went as hard as I did, otherwise the sharks would have got him. But I'll leave those fish alone now. I've got my fish, I'll just leave them alone. Nice fish on that fork flex. I gave that Champion Extreme a really good workout, this fish, so I'll put him on the measure and then I'll brain spike him and put him on ice. I'm going for 94. 94 is my guess, so we'll see how close I get to that. I think he's well short of that. He's 90. He's basically 91, so I was a little bit off. Nice size fish to eat, that one. The old olive shad, eh? That's the Champion Extreme 744. All right, so that fish has been brain spiked, and I'm just bleeding it out on the live well to get the blood out of it, and then I'll pop it on ice. That's the lure. That's the little olive shad fork flex and a 5-inch. Now this is the BKK half ounce 6.0 jig head. Now I've gone very hard on that fish, but before I probably went a lot harder with that heavier rod, and that hook is just brilliant. Although it came out of the fish earlier, it hasn't bent it at all. Some of the other jig heads in the market would have got severely bent with that much pressure. This is a 60-pound system shock fluorocarbon leader. Still have it on from when I went barra fishing. And I've got my Revo STX there with some of the new Siglon Amaze, the AMZ 4-strand in PE3, which is a 35-pound. And that's matched on my Dobbins Champion Extreme 744. Brilliant rod. Sort of bought it for other purposes than hopping plastics around, but seeing as I've been busted up on the other one, so I just grabbed this rod basically and threw it out. So I basically lined those fish up on the sound. I turned around, dropped a cast and started drifting with the lure towards the fish because I was side on, I was heading towards them, and I just hopped it off the bottom a couple of times, and that fish just crunched it, took off, and I pulled as hard as I could because I knew those sharks were around. So I don't know if they would have got eaten or not, it's hard to tell, but you know, you saw what the aftermath was. There was sort of smallish to medium-sized sharks all around the boat, so good chance it probably would have got eaten. So it's a really shame. I've got a day out here where I've got a couple of schools of dew in a couple of different areas, and I could have a great time. Like actually three schools and 3 spots where I could have a great time and catch some fish. The water's not too deep here. I can catch and release without worry of barotrauma, but unfortunately sharks are just a menace in these spots. So they love hanging around these dewies. So just be mindful if you're going to target dew. You know, don't mess around. Go very hard on the fish. You know, expect to maybe have to keep it if it's got barotrauma because it's coming out of deeper water, but otherwise, it take too long, you're just feeding these sharks, unfortunately. So, all right, I'm going to start heading back now. I'm going to go hit a couple more spots on the way back, just in case there's some fish there and there's no sharks. You just never know. And if not, I'll leave it there. It's been a good session, although it's been, you know, hard to get fish in the boat. I'm happy to get a nice dewy, little one earlier on, and you know, had some fun pulling on some, but not bringing them in the boat. So, anyways. Hopefully get out in the bay a bit more back from doing my barra thing. I'll probably go back up and do one more barra trip, maybe another one, 2, we'll see. Don't know, I like it. So anyways, hopefully some more bay content coming back in, guys, and for the guys that fish the bay, I hope you enjoy it, and make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you next week. Cheers.